Zack Snyder's Man of Steel is objectively better and more successful than James Gunn's 2025 Superman, and here's the proof. That's right, I said it. Zack Snyder's Superman is better, and I brought receipts, Austin.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna break it down nice and easy for you. I got a nice little notepad with all the notes. So Man of Steel, which came out in 2013, had a global box office of $670 million. Now in 2013, the average ticket price was $8.13. Now Superman, that just came out, James Gunn's Superman, grossed $615 million. Meaning that even back then in 2013, Man of Steel outgrossed Superman today. Now, if you do the math, and if this Man of Steel movie were to come out in 2025, that would equal $932 million, which absolutely blows Superman out of the water. Like, we're talking about another movie's worth of money almost in that discrepancy.
Yeah.
Not only that, 2025's average ticket price is between $15 and $16. Okay, so just by doing simple math, we already know that Man of Steel sold more tickets than Superman did. That's just simple math.
Yeah.
Not only that, we now go to streaming, because streaming's a big deal these days. They're saying, oh, not as many people go to the movies these days. Okay, so Superman had 513 million minutes of viewing. Now, this is according to Nielsen data, which is a very reputable source, on the first 3 days of the platform. Now, in comparison, Brave New World had over 750 million minutes in 4 days on Disney+. Thunderbolts had 702 million minutes, and Black Adam even had 632 million minutes. All three of these were more than Superman, Austin. Okay, so somehow, some way, we're still spinning Superman as this extreme success. All right? And next we're having Clayface coming out, Supergirl, and the Lanterns, all which are not the flagship character of DC. And you mean to tell me that this is a successful franchise and they're getting off to a successful start? I don't see it. Yeah. And I'm so sick and tired of people telling me otherwise. We're trying to spin something that isn't true. So Austin, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is just Warner Brothers and DC, like many other IPs and franchises that have delusions of grandeur at this point, because we have lost the plot as a pop culture, segment, a group of people, and they're trying to tout these things as bigger than they are. We've seen Lucasfilm do it and Disney do it with Star Wars projects. They're like, oh, Acolyte had all these million minutes on it, Andor had all these million minutes on it. They did amazing, but when you look at it compared to other things, they didn't do that well. The same thing with Superman. Am I shocked by this? Absolutely not. Obviously, we did not like James Gunn's Superman. We have many reasons for that. You can go check out our reviews about it if you want to. But at the end of the day, objectively, Henry Cavill embodied that role so much better, and people gravitated towards it because there wasn't so much bad press or lost favor with fans. Now we're at a point where DC comic movies, nobody cares, because Marvel movies have surpassed that. Even they're suffering at this point, but they've surpassed that. People have no faith in DC anymore. The only thing they've been able to be successful in is Batman. They haven't had a good Superman movie really since Christopher Reeve. I mean, yeah, Man of Steel I thought was a pretty cool movie, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really go anywhere. Zack Snyder wasn't able to make that go as long as he wanted it to.
Sure.
But we can all agree that Henry Cavill did a great job as Clark. And so when you have those numbers like that and you look at today's, you just see they're starkly different movies. One's darker, one's lighter, but one has a very specific character focus. Another one has jam-packed, tons of characters in it. It was convoluted. And it doesn't really have the identity of Superman. Even though I know all you fans out there that love that movie, you think, oh, well, this is a perfect Superman. This is embodied exactly what we wanted from the Boy Scout. I beg to differ. But these numbers don't lie. You can't deny with these things. And it's really hard to look at what the press is saying. Every major outlet is saying that Superman was a success on streaming, success in the box office. James Gunn is out there trying to do his best. But even numbers like Peacemaker, which actually saw a decent boost because of Superman, but even that has dipped off. Mm-hmm. It's not even on the Nielsen top 10 charts. Like The Office spinoff, The Paper beat it. That's bad. Yeah. And so do people actually like James Gunn stuff? I know people out there, maybe yourself, you like it. But numbers don't lie in the grand scheme of thing. And I think we need to stop being gaslit by these studios, these organizations. Because James Gunn, if they really plan on doing these movies like Clayface, other than us fans out there that know who Clayface is, mainstream audiences have no idea who Clayface is. Supergirl, I highly doubt it's going to do that well. Lanterns, I would love to see Green Lanterns get some love. It's probably not going to do that well. And so it begs the question, with Warner Brothers possibly being sold to companies like Paramount, Netflix, we haven't, got the news on that yet, but this is kind of in jeopardy. You're going to look at numbers like that. Like, it's the same as if Star Wars was going to be sold, and that new company is like, these are terrible numbers. We need to redo all this. Mm-hmm. And I just don't think, James Gunn has had his heyday. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy was good. He's had some other things that are pretty cool. But at the end of the day, like, can it really live up to what people are thinking it is? Or are we just living in delusion land thinking that this is the best ever?
Right. Yeah, I just think that it worked for Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Like, these guys are tertiary characters at best. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy, he made Guardians of the Galaxy cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, Star-Lord was not a main character type person until James Gunn made them that way. So kudos to James Gunn. Like, look, I like Scooby-Doo. I like some things that James Gunn has come out with. He's got humor. He's got comedy. Humor and comedy don't work for Superman. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want a wisecracking jokester Superman all the time that's like kind of weak and getting his butt handed to him the whole entire movie. Yeah. And a lot of people don't like that, and they're like, oh, he was fighting himself, and we like a more less strong Superman.
More human.
More human. Yeah. It humanizes him. No, we aspire to be these people in these movies that we'll never be, but it's like something to strive for, right? Like, it gives us something to aspire. My point is this. If you ask me to get behind one Superman or the other and follow them into battle, 100% of the time it would be Henry Cavill. Without a doubt. Yeah. Like, Henry Cavill would eat corn sweats, lunch pail, and money, and take his money and give him a wedgie. Like, it's not even. And I think this comes back to this, like, womanizing of men culture that Hollywood, they're like trying to make men more feminine and effeminate. Yeah. When we just want strong male characters again. Yeah. I don't want a weak, emotional Superman. Yeah. Like, he's supposed to be better than all of us. Yeah. Like, he's supposed to be.
Yeah, objectively, you can watch Man of Steel and then watch Superman, and you can be like, the power was so much more raw and like a force to be reckoned with in Man of Steel.
And he still struggled.
Yeah, he still had struggles. He obviously still struggled with like his upbringing and his father and Zod and all those different things. He even had to, people didn't like that, but he even had to kill somebody at the end. He had to kill Zod to stop him. Yeah. But at the end of the day, Superman was still Superman to some extent. And we've, there's this divide, Zack Snyder fans versus new DC fans. And regardless of what side you're on, because at the end of the day, we can all agree Christopher Reeves is the best. But no matter what side you're on, like, even Zack Snyder's been posting things lately of like his Justice League stuff, and people are like eating it up and kind of want it back. Yeah. And so it's just like, what is it going to take for DC to actually be successful? This ain't it.
So let us know in the comments, do you think we're absolutely insane? Do you think we're dumb and we should quit YouTube? We're not going to do that, by the way. Or do you agree with us? Do you think Zack Snyder's version was better, like we do? Let us know in the comments, and come back for more, because this is not the last conversation we're going to have about DC, Marvel, and the future of superhero movies. So until next time, we are Fandom Fix, signing off.
See ya.